So it turns out that there's a whole lot of shady activities going on with Wendy Williams that we are just now getting exposed to. But this current situation with Ray J has to be one of the craziest, unexpected things we've heard thus far. According to Wendy's ex-husband Kevin Hunter, Rage allegedly had something to do with Wendy's new situation and health concerns, and he claimed that Ray allegedly provided her with substances despite knowing that she has been dealing with addiction issues for a long time. Kevin has a whole lot to say about Ray J's strange relationship with Wendy, and he did not hold back, so let's break it all the way down now. Kevin has had a lot to say about Ray J and Wendy, but Stunna Girl was the first person to make these claims. She and Rage have been on the outs for a hot minute now, and she has been dragging Ray J and accusing him of supposedly being a creep towards women that he has been working with, saying you pay for 304s all day but won't pay your team, you're a professional. John, you were gassed and sucked saying you had her an NDA after you got some of the cat bees can't be on your network lest they personally pleasing you. You're the biggest creep of them. All this allegation was very intense and shady, but Ray J has stayed silent on the issue. I'm not saying that he did it or he didn't do it, but Hollywood has plenty of stories about men demanding favors for parts or positions. The drama has been going on for ages, but it's only gotten worse when Stunna dropped a bombshell accusing Ray of worsening Wendy's substance problems. Wendy's fight with substances is very well known, and according to Stunna Rage, she played a part in making things worse for Wendy instead of constantly being worried about me. Rage needs to focus on what he did to Wendy Williams. She ain't been the same since you took her on that binge gang. This news sparked a whole lot of controversy, especially considering Wendy's health struggles and the recent updates that we've heard. In February, her team announced that she had been diagnosed with dementia. They said in 2023, after undergoing a battery of medical tests, Wendy was officially diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia (FTD). Her symptoms, which combined impact her language and communication behavior and cognitive functions, have already presented significant hurdles in Wendy's life.
About our cousin Ray J. Yesterday, I was watching the Wendy Williams show. You know, the woman with the big breasts, no booty, look like a man? Yeah. I was watching her show yesterday and she was throwing shade on our cousin Ray J. Okay? My thing is this. Ray J, I understand that you have a past. Everybody has a past, but just because you have a past, that don't mean you gotta let it define who you are in your present life. You get what I'm saying? Wendy went on to show Ray J, and she was saying allegedly he was at a party. And at this party, he was sitting up here talking about Kim Kardashian and was saying that in the middle of them having sex on different occasions, she would stop and she would call her mom sometimes, or she would feel like in the middle of sex she would have to redo her makeup, and she would sometimes make phone calls to people and all this stuff. My thing is this. Kim K, we all know what you became known for, okay? That has nothing to do with nobody. That's your life. That's how you started off making your coins or whatever. Okay, that's your hustle. Ray J, on the other hand, have a reputation of being a hoe. Okay? My thing is this. People can change. Obviously, Princess Love made him develop into more of a grown man and made him realize that life is too short to keep playing games and stuff like that with people. As you guys know, years ago he came out with the reality show For the Love of Ray J or whatever it was called. But my thing is this, Ray J, this should let you realize that your past can sometimes haunt you. Now, I don't agree with Wendy slandering him and calling him out his name and all this stuff for whatever she was doing, because she has no room to talk. Wendy, you're going through it yourself, honey, okay? So now, because you're going through a divorce with your husband and he was cheating on you with this young lady who's probably around my age for years now, okay? You're going through it with him, and now you want to be miserable and bring other people into the mix of your life and what you got going on. You need to grow up, Wendy, okay? I'm talking to you. Grow up. You're too old for that, okay? Your show is okay, but my thing is, when you start feeling like you gotta slander people, and everybody are gonna always have their own opinion about people. I get that, but Wendy, you should be the last person to talk about anybody, okay? You need to grab plenty seats. So, with that being said, I'm about to let you guys look at this clip of Ray J addressing everybody about what was said about him. Most likely on the Wendy Williams show, okay? Take a look.
It's Ray J checking in. I felt like I needed to come online and shut down all of these false rumors that's going on about me and what I said about somebody I've been with in the past. Let me make this one thing clear. I'm in a great place in my life. I'm happy. I love my wife. I got a beautiful new baby girl. Her name is Melody Love Norwood, and I've been trying to be the best parent I can be. I would never say these things after watching my wife go through labor for 28 hours. Okay, like, this is disgusting. The person I am now is not who I was in the past. And I need y'all to give me a chance to grow and to love and to respect the people I'm with without trying to slander my name, please. God is working, and obviously the devil's trying to work too, but it will not happen. I will not let that happen, y'all. I love my wife, and I have nothing but respect for everybody out there, past and present. False rumors.
All this news was a real tearjerker, though not entirely surprising given all the whispers from insiders and the lead up to the official announcement. And let's face it, Wendy's been battling addiction for what feels like forever, so I guess we shouldn't have been completely surprised, but for a long time fans used to judge her harshly, giving her a hard time and calling her all sorts of names for not kicking the addiction. This was unfair because everybody knows that addictions aren't exactly easy to beat, but then it got even worse when we found out that the people in her inner circle were making things 10 times worse for her because they were practically pushing drinks into her hands and cashing in on her struggles. As long as she kept making money for them, they kept supplying her with drinks. One of the first to spill the tea was DJ Booth, who used to spin the wheels on Wendy Williams' show. Back in 2020, DJ Booth left the show suddenly and without an explanation, leaving fans scratching their heads and asking what happened now. For those of you not in the loop, DJ Booth was Wendy's longtime DJ, so this sudden leave had people talking. It turns out he walked away because he couldn't stand watching directors and managers sit back while Wendy went through all of it without lifting any of their fingers to help. A fan posted on Instagram and said, "Wendy, you need to stop your show and seriously get help. Your camp is just watching you fall instead of helping you. Shame on them." Another fan commented on this and said she doesn't listen to them, which is possibly why DJ Booth left the show. DJ Booth himself responded to this fan and said, "Yep, exactly, and it would all come out. Y'all have no idea what's really going on, and everyone there is afraid to speak up because they don't want to lose their jobs. This is going to play out too badly. I feel sorry for the workers and wish them a good day." Rumor has it that Wendy's inner circle actually encouraged her addiction because they thought that it's easier to control someone when they're not all there.
Let's get back into this. So, since we're talking about Wendy's relationships, I'm not going to ask the Kelvin question just yet. I know you guys are waiting for me to dig deep into that marriage, but I want to ask about her former DJ Booth. Booth is how you pronounce his name. He was a DJ, and I have a picture of him so you can see who I'm talking about. Everyone's been asking the question, what happened between these two that he is no longer the DJ at the Wendy Williams show? What do the cards say really happened between these two?
Okay. DJ Booth?
DJ Booth. B-O-O-F.
As in Le Booth?
I mean, I was literally getting these questions last night, and I was like, ooh, we need to get to the bottom of this because DJ Booth has said one thing, but I want to know what the cards say. What really happened between
Doesn't
those
look
two?
good. Oh my God, the falling out was bad.
Oh.
Just from the jumper cards. I'm just pulling the cards now. Disagreement for sure, because I get the Nine of Swords, so it doesn't look good. It they clashed really badly, I feel, and it could have been because he wanted out or he wanted more money. She felt a little bit blackmailed. Like, if you don't give me more money or if you don't give me something more, I'm gonna go. I'm leaving. And she doesn't like that. She does not like that. Also, there were like drinking problems there, or like maybe some kind of drug issue, drinking issue, allegedly with him, that she wasn't, I mean, I know it sounds hypocritical, but maybe she doesn't want to have people like that around her. It happened very, very suddenly. It was almost like they had a fight and then there was a breakup of that partnership.
Friendship or whatever it was.
Yeah, and she does not like that. I get the Knight of Swords, so she does not like. I don't feel that she wants to talk about him or know him anymore. I don't know.
I mean, she really has
what
not
happened.
talked about him. She just brought in a new DJ and act like he never.
Nothing happened. Yeah, for her, it's like done. Like it's almost like he was out of there overnight, suddenly like that, and then that was it. Don't want to know him. I don't want to talk about him. That's what I'm getting.
Whoa. See, this is why I love doing these collaborations with him, Tara, because we the public and all of us gossips plot and think, oh, this is what happened. You know, DJ Booth, commented and said he knows certain things, but the cards don't lie. And I actually believe this story more than I believe what DJ Booth was trying to allude to, and partially why we haven't seen a lawsuit or anything like that. Anything more that you want to give us in regards to that?
Yeah, I was going to say that she was definitely, that's her reaction. She has a cancer, right?
Yes.
So that's her reaction to protect herself. She was heartbroken. I feel that the people that she has around her.
Mentally, Wendy did try rehab and even did a stint in a halfway house, but sadly, she kept going back into the same thing each time. But now, with Stunna spilling this new tea, fans are buzzing about whether Ray J might have been one of those accused enablers just to catch you up. Wendy and Ray J have been tight for years. They were so close at times that whispers started going on about them being more than just friends and maybe even a secret romance. But both Wendy and Rage have always claimed that they're just good pals and nothing more. But it is curious, isn't it? Rage has been seen often with Wendy during her toughest times, and there are multiple pictures of them together. Wendy sometimes looks a bit spaced out when she's with them, but let me be clear, I'm not saying Stunna accusations about Ray J getting Wendy hooked on substances is 100% true. I'm just passing on the buzz and speculations, but fans have also noticed a weird and honestly kind of strange pattern. Ray J seems to have a habit of being around female celebs when they're struggling with substance issues. Take Whitney Houston, for example, an absolute legend, but she faced her own fights, especially towards the end. Hey, nobody's perfect, but you want to know who was right by her side through it all at the end? Ray J, but just like Wendy, RJ, and Whitney had a super tight bond that had everybody guessing that they were more than friends, some even calling him her boy toy. Now, Ray J brushed off those rumors, saying that they were just pals. Right before Whitney sadly passed away from an OD, they were seen together, leaving everyone guessing about the real story between them. Rage was one of the last people to see Whitney alive, and don't even get me started on how Whitney's autopsy was riddled with inconsistencies suggesting more external trauma. That initially reported she had superficial abrasions on her forehead and nose, along with cuts on her left arm, hand, and shoulder. Moreover, the pathologist Estebex pointed out that the water in the tub where she died was near boiling, making it practically impossible for her to have been in it comfortably. And that's what made the final autopsy not make any sense at all. There's no way she would have sat in that boiling water. He said, I think that this lady fell into the water. She was unconscious when she fell into the tub. I do not believe that the death was due to drowning. Then there's this super disturbing report from a private investigator that revealed that Whitney had some defense wounds on her body. Jaguar Wright has also backed this up, insisting that Whitney didn't die in a bathtub like we were told.
She was beat. They saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub, like she was beat.
So of course fans are wondering if Ray J allegedly had something to do with Whitney, and now considering Wendy's mental state, fans are wondering if he has something to do with Wendy's situation. But of course Kevin Hunter has a whole lot to say, and he's kind of confirmed the allegations that Ray J allegedly has something to do with Wendy's situation. Now, there is a lot that we can say about Mr. Kevin Hunter.
Y'all, Zeus is a whole criminal organization, allegedly, according to, everybody else. It's a whole criminal organization. We're going to talk about that another time. But she's known for exposing them, and everything that she said was the truth. That's the thing. Like, it wasn't no kind of made up story or anything. No, everything that she said was the truth about them. And then, I don't know what inspired her this morning to go at Ray J, but she had said this, that something that Ray J had did to Wendy Williams. She had put this on her Instagram story, and she said, instead of constantly worried about me, Ray J needs to focus on what he did to Wendy Williams. She ain't been the same since you took her on that drug binge. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. And remember, they were spotted together after Wendy had got a divorce from Kevin. You know, she was hanging out with multiple different people, but she was also hanging out with Ray J. And Ray J has some kind of obsession with older women, because don't forget, he was with Whitney that infamous weekend when she passed away. And Ray J still blames himself for what went down. He always says in interviews and stuff like that. He was even on Celebrity Big Brother in the UK talking about, I should have been there. You know, I could have helped the situation. It's just weird how there's people always doing stuff around Ray J and he's not doing it. For me personally, and I have to say allegedly to protect myself, but Ray J gotta be doing the shit too. There's no way in hell that Ray J is just around people. He gotta be doing it too. He gotta be with the party life. I'm sorry. There's no way in hell what happened to Whitney should have went down. He should have been there to protect her. He did not protect her. He failed. Let's be honest about it. He failed her. And I still don't feel right about the whole situation. Now, I'm not trying to go with conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but I don't feel right about Whitney's death. She talked to her mom 30 minutes before she took a shower. Her assistant left to go to Neiman Marcus for her, run an errand. She ended up falling asleep in the tub, drowned, and then Whitney's not here no more. She's deceased. Put a 1 if you agree something is wrong about Whitney's death. It never was settling to me. What's up, Mona, Lisa, Yolanda, Veronica? It never was settling at all. And especially, there was a fight the night before.
But there's one thing that no one can deny is that Kevin was there with Wendy from the very start, and he knows everything that happened now. Kevin might not exactly be the best person to speak on this because of his situation with Wendy. He has been trying to get his hands on Wendy for a minute, well, at least on her money for a minute, saying stuff like Wendy was in rehab and these people just stopped depositing my money called Turkey. These people have tried to starve me out. At the end of the day, I earned that money and I'm not letting them take it. I know she is not in a good place and she is surrounded by people who are taking advantage of her condition, including this so-called guardianship. He also tried to take Wendy's money when he called her out for not paying him alimony, saying, I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended. My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. The fact that I'm unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely urgent to me. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living. So with this, Kevin might not exactly be the person we want to talk to about this, but like I said, he's been with Wendy from the very start, and according to him, Rage allegedly works as Wendy's handler, and he is reportedly the reason that Wendy keeps going in and out of rehab. Allegedly, every time Wendy comes out of rehab clean and ready to lead a new life, Rage allegedly comes around with new drugs to lead her down a path of destruction. Again, according to Kevin, the powerful people in the industry are always trying to keep Wendy under because it's easier to keep her under control when she's out of it. Well, fans had a whole lot to say about this, and this fan commented, Ray J is clearly a hand they send him to monitor things or finish the job, because why is he always around the biggest celebrities at their lowest moments? Other fans said what Street Girl says about Ray J putting Wendy Williams on a drug binge doesn't surprise me, because when Wendy Houston passed, I heard the same stories of him being involved in her relapse. It's very interesting that Street Girl is coming out of nowhere, suggesting that Ray J has something to do with Wendy Williams' current condition, especially due to the fact that he happened to be the person with Whitney Houston right before her death. But I got to know what y'all think about this. Do you really believe Kevin Hunter's claims, or do you think it's just another trick for him to try to get Wendy's money?